Hello, how are you guys doing tonight? Tonight I'll be reading another story from the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark series. This one is called Arron Kelly's Bones, or as they now know it as, the Jangle Man. Don't get me wrong, this story isn't scary. It's more of a comedy kind of deal. I know it's a bit different for something on this channel, but I've always liked this one. Call me nostalgic, I guess. Well, here it is. Arron Kelly was dead. They brought him a coffin and had a funeral, buried him. But that night, he got out of his coffin and he came home. His family was sitting around the fire when he walked in. He sat down next to his window and said, "What's going on? You're acting like somebody died. Who's dead?" His widow said, "You are." "Well, I don't feel dead," he said. "Matter of fact, I feel fine." "You don't look fine," the widow said. "You look dead. You better get back to the grave where you belong." "I'm not going to the grave until I feel dead," he said. Arron wouldn't go back. His widow couldn't collect the life insurance. Without that, she couldn't pay for the coffin, and the undertaker said he would take it back. But Arron didn't care. He just sat by the fire, rocking in his chair, warming his hands and feet, but his joints were dry and his back was stiff, and every time he moved, he creaked and cracked. One night, the best fiddler in town came to court the widow. Since Arron was dead, the fiddler wanted to marry her. The two of them sat on the side of the fire, and Arron sat on the other side, creaking and cracking. "How long do we have to put up with this dead corpse?" the widow asked. "Something must be done," the fiddler said. "This isn't jolly," Arron said. "Let's dance." The fiddler got out his fiddle and began to play. Arron stretched himself, shook himself, got up, took a step or two, and began to dance, his bones rattling, his yellow teeth snapping, and his bald head wagging, and his arms flip-flopping, and round he went, his legs cracking, his knees knocking. He skipped and pranced around the room. How that dead man danced! Pretty soon, a bone worked itself loose and fell to the floor. "Look at that," the fiddler said. "Play faster," the widow said. The fiddler played faster, creak-to-crack, down and back. That dead man went hopping, and his dry bones kept dropping. By this way and that, the pieces kept popping. "Play, man, play," cried the widow. The bones kept rattling, yellow teeth snapping, bald head wagging, arms flip-flopping, legs clicking, and knee bones knocking, skipping, prancing round the room, round and round and round the room. Creak-to-crack, down and back, bones dropping, pieces popping, round and round the room. Fiddler fiddled, and the dead Arron danced. Then Arron fell apart and collapsed into a pile of bones, all except for his head. He grinned at the fiddler and cracked his teeth and kept dancing. "Look at that," groaned the fiddler. "Now louder," cried the widow. "Oh ho," said the head bone. "Ain't we having fun?" The fiddler couldn't stand it. "Widow," he said, "I'm going home." And he never came back. The family gathered up Arron's bones, put him back in his coffin. They even mixed them up so he wouldn't come back together again. After that, Arron stayed in his grave. But his wife, well, I should say she never got to get married again because of it. Well, I know it's a kind of a bit of a different format for me, but I kind of enjoyed it. Hopefully, y'all did too. And if you did, leave a like, maybe subscribe. Comment down below. As I always say, have a safe night out there. See you around.